What is the definition of hope? And do you have hope? Do I have hope? Well, the definition says the verb wanting something to happen. You want it to happen. You want it to happen. What's going on in your life? Are you on drugs? Are you in a broken relationship? Are you being abused? What's going on? Are you the abuser? What's going on there? Are you being honest with yourself? Do you really have hope? Do you really want something to happen no matter what's going on? And I'll use my life as an example. You know, the drug use, the depression, the mental issues, the psychosis, the paranoia I experience, all these things. In my opinion, I could have buried myself a long time ago. I could have. It's hard to wake up in the morning. It is. The people you've hurt, the moments you've missed with your children, with your family, with strangers that you haven't even met yet. But because you've been trapped and you've been weak, right? But are you really weak? Really? Or were you just dealt some cards and went through some circumstances in your life that led you to that, you know? To not be able to break free of that. You know, Jesus said that the flesh was weak, but the spirit was strong. So I don't think that God sent his only son to earth to experience the temptation we go through, right? To not understand us, to not still accept us. In the Bible, we're called beloved. And if you know what beloved means, it means part of the family. No matter if you're adopted, if you were born into it. God adopts us. And when we truly want something to happen, I don't think he cares about your dark place of what you're going through or the mistakes you've made. Why? Because of what's right here. He knows that if he makes a move and pulls that out of your life, nothing's changed in you. You still want better, even though you can't do better. Even though you can't pull yourself out of that pit. You can't. And there's another definition that comes to mind. It's the definition of will. W-I-L-L, will. Expressing the future tense. Expressing the future tense. So if your will hasn't burned out, if you still have will in your life, that you know that even at the bottom, that you're going to will yourself, or you're going to will something in the universe to move on your behalf, because you're in that pit, but you're using that pit as a platform. Like my preacher man said I listened to today. You're using that pit as a platform, and that will, expressing the future tense. So if you still have that will, you're expressing what you want to happen, what you're hoping for, because you want something to happen. You're expressing the future. Even in your mess. Even in your mess. Even when you're at your lowest. Remember, God's the only one that knows your heart. Nobody knows your heart. So nobody can speak on what goes on inside here. Nobody can speak on how much you care, or how much you want, you hope to get out of your situation, but you're stuck there, right? And until he puts the team together to come pull you out, what do you have? You have the will to express the future tense, and you have hope, wanting something to happen. God knows that. He knows that. So while I'm just here in the room, giving myself to the world, it's therapeutic for me. It's being vulnerable to whoever listens. And when we turn the camera on and we get real, right? More people are listening to us than any other time in our lives. You've never spoken in front of thousands of people. You've never spoken in front of hundreds of people. Some of us have not even spoke in a classroom full of 20, 30 people and expressed ourselves and how we really feel and what we're really going through. Why? Are we afraid of what people might think? Shouldn't be, because they're going through the same thing. God loves them the same as he loves you, as he loves me. He loves us the same. So when you look at that homeless person that chose drugs and alcohol for years, and they chose the liberty, the freedom of just being homeless, and thinks the world is different from them and that they're doing the right thing, who are we to judge that? We're not. Why? Why? Because the poor are probably closer to God than we are, right? They have to rely on nothing, but yet God feeds them. He gives them clean clothes at times. He provides them with showers at different places, warm places to sleep. He does. And I see people look at homeless people like they're just disgusted. And I look at them disgusted. Because God's saying, hey, that's one of my beloved too. How dare you? So, I just wanted to talk to the camera tonight and be vulnerable, because you may need to be vulnerable too, right? And it's okay to be in the place you're at, because I'll tell you right now that everything I'm hearing, the only thing I listen to is the phone. I don't have a TV in my room or anything. So I got my favorite guys that talk. Shout out to George. Talk that talk, George. Man, you don't know how many reels I flip through and just start crying, because it's God speaking through people to me. So it doesn't matter where you're at, because wherever you're at is right where God has you. Whatever you're doing that you feel you want to stop, if you can't, and you have that hope and that will to at least change and express what you want in the future, God's going to do it for you. He's going to do it for you. He's just making sure that you get it. That you get it this time. He wants you to live. Yep, He wants you to live. And it's not for you. It's not for you to live. Your life is for other people. Period. It is. Think about it. If we got up just to take care of ourselves, why would we be here? What joy would be there? There wouldn't be any. The guys that rap and sing and the women, would they make songs if there's no one there to listen to it? No. Everything's for the other. That's all life is about. The other person. Share yourself with someone today. I love you guys. Hey, God's got you, and I'm telling you right now, God's got me, even in the darkness. Even in the darkness, I can feel it just turning. I can feel it shifting. And nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. I know that my life and my health and and everything is going to be okay now. I know. Despite if I slip up, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I can feel God's hand on me. I heard an old man say today, and I'll stop talking. He said, it's rough. It's rough when the universe picks you. And he said, why? He said, because you get these magic glasses and you never see things like they were before. You don't see things as they seem. You see things as they are. From then on out, when God and the universe chooses you, you got no choice. You're going to be drugged through the mud. You're going to be drugged through those trials. You're going to be drugged through complete darkness and feel like you don't want to live anymore. You're going to be crushed. And then someone's going to pick you out of that rubble, take you down, give you some good TLC, and shine you up like the diamond you are. Bye.